Oh, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning. Um, Weather here is kind of crummy. We're going to get more snow this afternoon. Um, is what it is. The weather outlook for the next several days isn't all that rosy, but it's winter. What can I say? My little squirrel buddies are doing their thing, and so also got some mourning doves out there this morning. Not as many as usual, but they're out there. There's one, two. Usually there's more than that. Oh, three, four. So, yeah. Just threw some peanuts out. The squirrels are going to pick those up, I'm hoping. Hey, Welch Rob, good morning. How are you this morning? I hope you're doing well. I am tracking the ship, actually. I didn't know whether I was going to be able to go get it or not. I was kind of hoping maybe somebody would come on here and then I could let them moderate the show until I came back. But I can't. Because you people are more important than whatever I'm doing. Yeah, here's the ship right here, the Timothy Duel. Right now it's approaching the Black River. You should be able to see it pop around there shortly. Head up here and then out into the lake. Usually an upbounder, I would be right down here. And I live right here, so I got to go down to here. But since I don't have anybody on the panel with me, I guess I will not be catching it. There it is, just popping around now. That's okay. Is what it is. Yeah, yep, the Timothy Duel. I haven't gotten the Timothy Duel in quite some time, and the weather right at sunrise is halfway decent, as you can see, to be able to fly. But Okay, Justin, we'll see you in 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I was hoping that maybe Paul Hodges would pop on and then I could go fly that chip, but no big deal. Is what it is. Yeah, Rob, I understand. You're out working. That's good. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just that the stars didn't line up right for this morning. Hey, little Lama Laura, how you doing, my dear? Gee, Laura, that'd be great if you could do that. I might be able to see you on here. Everybody's welcome. Anybody wants to jump on the chat up at the top of the chat is the link. Just come on. Say it's as you can see, there's a little bit of sun coming out of the clouds. It's bouncing off the ship, and the ship is upbound for Lake Huron. It's a little chilly. It's 32 degrees. It's supposed to stay about the freezing mark, and sometime around noon, 2 o'clock is when we're supposed to get another round of snow. So yeah, it's kind of the Tim S dual does have some reflection on it from the sun that's down below the clouds off to the east. And it's currently moving upbound. It's doing 9.6 knots, so it's boogieing right along. Hey, Paul Hodges, I'm gonna make you the co-host.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go and catch that ship.
Oh, can you still catch him?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you go ahead.
I'm good. If I heard.
Yep, no problem. Oh, good morning, everybody. Live from Port Huron, Michigan. Yeah, it's the Paul Murray Show. Okay. Yeah, I just got up, people. Anyways. Okay, who we got in the chat this morning? Whoa, we got Rob Walsh is in here. Mike Erdeck. Okay. Hey, Justin. Okay, he said he'd be here in about 10 minutes. That's good. And little Laura, she's there. So good morning, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the ship's moving along, but it's not going against it. It's going up against the current, so he might have time to catch it. Oh, I don't know. It looks not too bad out today down here, so I don't know. Oh. Yeah, there you go, Laura. Yeah, more of the Paul Hodges show now. Hang with, hey, Paul and Paul. Hey, JD, come on in. I know Justin's on his way in a minute here, so. Yeah, Paul just going to see that chip on the screen there behind it. He's going to try and catch it. So hope he's got a big lasso so he can grab it. Yeah. You know, just like when I go hunting, somebody says, "Oh, what'd you catch?" I didn't catch nothing. I shot it, but I didn't catch it. Anyways. And speaking of hunting, I got a reminder. I got a submit my hunter report, and but I didn't go this year, so. Okay, cool. Okay. I gotta go to online. Okay, bye. Okay, cool. Smith Hunter report. There we go. Log it. Okay, no, there's got to be something here. So, oh, I acknowledge. I got that little check mark. Anyways. Oh, okay, JD, you're working, are you? Oh. Oh, that was easy enough because I didn't go hunting. Okay, cool. Okay, that's done. Just turning. I think Paul's got lots of time to get up there. Oh, got somebody in there already this morning. Tori Daffy. Oh, that sounds like a good name. Hey, good morning, Hobby Howie. Hey, there's that other guy. That guy, he's always first. Hey, good morning, JDS. Yeah, I think JD did get out flying. He was out. I think you said he was flying some kind of river yesterday, but so you betcha there, JDS. You're just a legend in my mind. And here comes Laura. Hoo-hoo. Wow, looks windy there.
It's really windy here.
Yeah. So you out for a walk, are you, or what?
No, I'm on my way home. I've been shopping.
Oh, you've been shopping. Oh, lovely. We're just getting groceries, are you?
No, some snacks. We ran out of snacks, so I went and got some.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to rain again.
Yeah, look, that sky looks kind of dark there. It look like you might get a little damp there. Yeah. So what is it really cold? Or you got a good coat on, anyways?
No, I'm actually overheating in my coat.
Yeah. Like you don't have any snow or any of that crap, have you?
We hardly see snow here in the UK.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, let me see if I can go to the website. Yeah, because Port Huron, Michigan. Oh, I can't go there because it's not there. I got to go a different route now. I got to redo it, the connection, since they got it fixed up. Somebody's always following the ship. A lot of times I can see Paul flying when he's oh, just going under the bridge. You can hear the horn. Yep. If they back out with that camera a bit, I could tell you if Paul is flying or not. Oh, it's a Tim Duel ship. Okay, yeah. And there's Justin, Dave Ennis. Wow, everybody's coming in here.
Hello.
Good morning, Dave.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hey, not bad. Paul's just out trying to catch that ship right there. I don't know if he did or not, but I'll tell you in a minute. You should be able to see his car right along the bottom here in a minute.
What's up, Laura?
You're right, Justin.
Hey, Laura. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Justin. Yep. Well, okay. Oh, I think Paul would have had time. He's only like 5 blocks from there. Don't take him long to get down there. I'll see if I can see his drone there flying around. And he can chase it too, eh? Down the river a little bit. You know, or
Yeah, those
away.
ships ain't moving that quick. You throw that thing
No.
in sports mode, you can catch up with it.
Yeah. No, he's there. No, there's his vehicle. I can see it. Just to the left of the flag, you'll see a white spot there. And that's his vehicle. So he's there.
I see it, yeah.
Yep. It's a white Suburban, GMC Suburban.
You see him running down the road. Stop. The shit.
Slow down. Well, kind of not too bad of the picture I'm looking at, but it got a bit of a red sky there this morning. But they usually zoom in a little closer there, and I can usually see his. Oh, but see, he's flying with that little Air 2S now. It might be harder to see it. I used to be able to see his Mavic 2 Pro, right? Yeah. I may not be able to see that one fly around as much.
Well, the
Oh,
Pro's not much bigger than the Air 2S. It's only
Isn't it?
slightly bigger.
Oh,
Yeah, the
wow.
Air 2S is a pretty beefy little drone.
Yeah. Yep. I see Paul there standing. A whole bunch of geese are walking up to him right now.
Yeah,
He's right in between the two flags. Paul, oh, there you took off. Well, he must have said something to him, maybe. Oh, now Paul's walking closer to the water. He's looking down, eh? So he's got this bird in the air. Yeah, and getting it. Yeah. He didn't have time. Yeah, he didn't have time to get his chair out today. No. I can see a couple birds flying around there around the ship, but I can't see his drone.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I pinned him and put him on the big screen on my side so I could see.
Yeah.
But I don't see the drone.
Mm.
But it's not the clearest picture neither. It's hard to.
Yeah. Well, see, I just go right to the Port Huron website. So. Gee, Laura, how far do you have to go home?
Not that far now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go walk over another bridge.
Oh, yeah. He's got to be just about done filming, I would think, by now, unless he was a little late there, but there's geese standing all around him down there. Oh, thought I seen his drone for a second. Could have been a bird, though.
Yeah, I keep seeing birds that I'm thinking is a drone, but then I see their wings flapping.
Yeah. Well, there was one there. They just changed the camera now, so. But you know, it's funny. Paul's got this routine, eh? You know, the ship. If it's northbound, he does it on the north side of the bridge. If it's southbound, he does it on downwind on the downwind, right? Downriver or whatever, down current. But you know, he should mix it up a bit, maybe a little bit different. The ship's going down, going around the curve. You should try and fly it. Yeah.
Right.
Or
Right.
just coming.
I'm gonna leave you guys to it,
Yeah. Okay, Laura.
and I'll
You're all-
come back when I get home.
okay.
All right.
Sounds like a plan, Laura. We're looking forward to you. Oh, yeah.
Well, there he is right there.
Huh?
So there he
You
is
see-
right there.
Yeah. Yep. There's Paul. Yeah. Usually you see a drone just hovering above him, right?
JD said, did Paul take a Diet Pepsi with him? He has to. Isn't that part of his ad agreement with Pepsi? He has to always have one in hand when he's in public.
but it's funny, you know, you look at all the geese there, and he's flying that drone, right?
Uh-huh.
You know?
Oh, those are mean little bastards too, some of them geese.
Well, yeah, you know, and the drone coming in like that, you think they might try to attack it because they've been known, especially in the spring, to do it. So
My dad had a couple of them that lived in his lake that lived year round. They didn't go anywhere
yeah,
in Southern California. And one of them chased me one time and bit me in the ass. I turned around, I straight kicked that fucking geese.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it pissed me off.
yeah,
Like I was just walking in the front yard. It was 30 feet from me and this thing just came out of nowhere and pinched my ass.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what that statue is supposed to be, but it's a woman, but it's not a mermaid because she got feet on the backside of her. I don't know. Hey,
Well,
Mike.
I'm sure there's some kind of story behind it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, imagine. Well, who's ever running the camera there wants to look at the geese this morning. Yeah.
That makes me want to get a set of cameras and just randomly set them up somewhere and let people control them. Just make the
Yeah.
ad revenue off of YouTube.
Yeah. There's a anchor off the John Martin on August 4th, 1903, I think it was. Huh. Can't quite read it, shaking a bit, the camera.
Yeah, I was watching them do the anchors on the aircraft carriers. Damn, those things just don't look big until you get up to them.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
The
yeah, they're
chains and
huge.
everything.
The thing I get a kick out of is when they release anchors. I've seen videos that when the noise they make, come bang, 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 bang. It's just
Have you ever
Yeah.
seen one where it actually the thing that feeds the chains breaks and it goes out of control
mhm.
and it just starts heating up and gets bright red from the
red, yeah,
friction?
yeah, the
Oh,
brake,
man.
yeah, so it don't go so fast, right?
Yeah, I watched one on a cruise ship, and I think it was it was a cargo ship,
Yeah,
and it went to release it, and the brake busted, and that thing just started spinning. That chain was going so fast.
JD said we had a geese issue at the office. I love watching people try to get into the building when the geese were nesting. One guy fell into the bush trying to get away from him. Yeah, I've seen videos of that too. And Mike said the Eagle Cam has been popping up. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I think
Mhm.
I seen this morning, something early this morning, I think it was, about another eagle's egg or something about ready to hatch a second one or something. Yeah.
Yeah, those cams are super popular. The ones that like watch the different animals and their nesting.
Well, Paul's on his way back because his vehicle's gone now. Yeah. Rob said to check your
Yeah.
messenger there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
I like the cam that has the bears up in Alaska.
Oh yeah, that's cool, eh, Dave? Yeah. When they're
Those
trying to
people
catch.
have those bears all named.
Oh yeah. Yeah, watching them stand there and up on the top of the waterfall and trying to catch the salmon coming up, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's so cool. Yeah. Another one I like watching too. At it's over in Brownsville. But anyways, right now it's live. But they feed the deer, eh? All the deer come in, eh?
Oh,
And you get,
really?
oh yeah, it's really, really cool. I watch it all the time. Brownsville, you go, see if I can find it here. Yeah. Brownsville Deer Pantry Live. There's let me see, they got 4 cameras. Yeah. Okay, if I get one that's up close. All they got is crows there right now. But if you go to it at night, oh, there's one deer there right now. But it's just here, I'll put it on right now. Whoop, deer getting ready to leave. But they got these troughs and they feed the deer a certain time
Oh,
of
I
the day.
see.
Yeah, look at the turkeys over there. There's a lot of turkeys too over this morning. But it's called they have like 4 different cameras, and there's a trough view. They got one camera right in the trough, so you get a real close up of the head of somebody eating. Then they got the road view, close view, and then a distance view. Oh, they got another one in Kansas, white-tailed deer cam. You control and feed. Huh? Oh, there's a deer. Oh, huh? Big buck just walked away. Where'd it go? Huh? Oh. Let's see, what was it? There's a deer. Oh, this is like going hunting here. Look at this. What's over here in the far left? Now somebody's got to move the camera back. I hear a whole bunch of geese too, but oh no, they're moving the camera around. I don't know. No, but there's a big buck walking down the side of the. Oh, okay, come. Deer's going into the bush. Okay, there's a buck went in there, but there was another one walking around. Coming down the side, heading for the feed trough. Somebody's controlling it.
Oh. These damn trolls, man. They need to go away.
Oh, yeah. This morning, are they?
Fucking YouTube needs to do something about that.
Yeah. Well, somebody texted me here this morning. Oh,
I'm back.
Hey, Paul,
How you doing, Dave?
doing better.
Good. I just gotta let Mia in.
yeah.
Come on. Hurry up.
Here, there's a young buck there, wow, was he a 4-pointer?
Yeah.
Just a young buck right here, right now, sitting there feeding them. You can feed them by saying feed or something on the thing there, but they got lots of food on the ground right now. But you can control the camera and everything else. It's kind of cool, you know. Yeah.
Oh my, eventful.
Yeah, we were watching you on the camera.
I was out there. I got there late after it was passing underneath the Blue Water Bridge. By the time I got in the air, it was almost to the Coast Guard station. I chased it down, got some video until I lost signal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, did you lose signal?
I asked signal and control signal.
Oh, no.
So I just put the card, I got it back, but I put the card in and we'll see what we got.
Well, not to mention you don't fly very high neither when you go out. So
No, I'm at 50 feet, you know?
yeah, if you were at like 300 feet, you wouldn't have lost signal.
No, I would not have.
That's why I said whenever I tell people this, if you ever see a drone hovering in your front yard, most likely the person is not very far from you
That's
Yeah.
right.
because they're not a mile away and then going down into a neighborhood because they would lose signal real quick. Like that's just not how it goes. If somebody's at your window spying on you, they're somewhere within probably a 1,000-yard area.
Yep, exactly.
Because a lot of
So
people
anyway,
think,
it finally, I hit the return to home and it must have activated itself because it went up to 380 feet.
What?
380 feet in the air and then returned to home.
Oh,
But there was a good possibility that it wasn't that I was going to lose it because what it was is I was doing the circle around the bow, and
yeah.
all of a sudden I thought I had visions because the screen went blank, says disconnected, and I had visions of that ship running right into it. You know.
Yeah. Well, you can review the footage anyways, see how close you got or what there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. You know. I'm going to. It's just about uploaded now. Okay. So let's take a look and see the raw footage.
Crap, I gotta go. I gotta go to Wood. Well, I'm gonna go see Bonnie. From there, I gotta go to Woodstock, take a sign out. Then I gotta drop down into Tilsonburg, repair another one. Then another agent just texted me, he says, "Oh, that one in Glencoe, you can go get it anytime." Oh crap! But I'm not going to Glencoe today. Holy mackerel! That's from one end of the country to the other. I'll go maybe tomorrow. Yeah. And other agent that did aerials for, oh, you texted me late last night. Oh, when can I get those photos? Can I pick them up?
That's how far it was when I caught it.
Oh yeah. Well, I
So-
seen you kept moving closer to the river. Normally, you're sitting on your chair, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had the stool out there, but I wasn't using it because of chasing it down. So anyway, I'm out at buoys 1 and 2, which is out quite a ways.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's where I'm starting here's where I'm coming up to where I lose control and signal just as I'm about in this area right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, someone must be in Mia's sidewalk.
Yeah. Right about here. See how close I'm getting?
Yep.
Normally I'd be pulling back at this point. See it right there. I lose control. Lose signal.
I wouldn't say lose control, but yeah. You didn't kamikaze the ship with your drone.
Yeah.
But you have it set to return to home anyway, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but but it's funny because there's no, I didn't see any other.
There it triggers return to home.
Yeah. But
But
you've
see,
flown farther than that out before,
what-
Paul.
Yeah, what was blocking me was these buildings right here.
Yeah.
And I at this point, I got connection back. And so now I'm returning back home.
Yeah, but you've flown farther than that out before, never had control issues.
Yeah, but that, not with the smart control. I've never tested it.
Oh, okay.
You know, with the regular controller and the Crystal Sky on the other one, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I
So,
wish I could get out there and fly with you out there because I'd love to do some of the quick shots on some of those ships.
yeah.
Toy Mans, what's up?
So
Sorry, I
anyway,
ain't been, I ain't
that's
been watching the
that's
chat.
the extent of it, Paul. You know, I had a little bit of a pucker moment.
Yeah. Again.
I'll let you know you're alive.
It's something like that. Yeah. Whoa.
Blue jay here, squirrel or there. There was two squirrels. There's two birds up here, but right here there's a turkey down here in the bottom corner, left corner.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was another turkey down there a minute ago.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I was having fun this morning.
Hey, JD, if you get a chance, post that footage so we can look at it. It's always good to put up footage like that because it gives a kind of videos for people to look at,
Yeah.
study, and see what might have went wrong.
Huh. Well, it's good that you hit the record button. You get to see it.
Yeah, yeah. You get to see the almost fatal.
Well, it's good to catch footage like that, like I said, because it kind of gives people, videos to study and look at, and
Figure out what happened and,
yeah.
maybe try and avoid it themselves, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, then those type of videos sometimes get quite a few views because people want to look at it and see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, Ken? Don't panic. You know, trust.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of trust in it. You know, hey, there's little Llama Laura.
There's Llama Laura.
Well, she actually popped in after you left,
Yeah.
and then she popped back out again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was walking down the street. She was out, went to the store.
He was giving you a tour.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I saw, Laura, that you said that you'd pop in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everybody being here in the chat. And
Well, she had to keep us busy. I mean, the host just got up and left in the middle of the show. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I know that I can trust all of you to keep. What's really nice is that I'm not that far away, but
yeah, I've done the same thing, been over top of people and they didn't realize it.
yeah.
Especially with that mini. I mean, you don't hear it when it's pretty high up.
No, the mini is quiet. There's no doubt about it. And especially if there's actually, it's like when I did those bands, the summer concerts, you got all this music blaring, they don't hear anything.
I mean,
and
go
the
ahead.
mini's so small, some notice it, some don't,
Yeah, if the mini had a better zoom on it, man, it'd be a perfect reconnaissance drone.
Yeah.
Like if you were trying to look at check up on something and you didn't want somebody to see you. Because you get 400
Ron,
feet in the
boy,
air.
man, how you doing, Ron?
Little.
Ron is in the house. I think though, Ron, yeah, Ron must have just got out of work. If he's working this week, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Ron is in the house. Yeah, he is.
Oh, what's up, Rob?
Rob's out on a job and he said it's too windy.
No, it's never too windy. Just send it.
Yeah, just send her, put a steel cable on it so you can pull it back down. I gotta go to all the way to Woodstock today. I should. What's the weather doing? I should charge up a couple batteries here. Maybe take them with me. Take one of the drones with me.
Laura, I'm friends with you on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, yeah, I thought I was.
Far as that
Yeah.
goes, we got bad.
Yeah, Rob does take a beating on your channel, that's for sure, Laura.
Definitely.
Almost lost Inspire today. Oh my god. That's not a.
Oh,
Ooh, I would not want to lose that drone. Especially
Yeah.
Inspire too. Ooh.
mm. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna go throw some batteries on the charger. Ugh.
So what
Okay.
happened, Rob, with the Inspire? Tell us in the chat what happened. I had to sort of crash land it. How the hell do you sort of crash land it?
Rob, that's a good one.
I'm sorry, but that's a drone I would have to have the care refresh on. That would I'd have multiple policies on that drone with the X7 camera. You're talking a lot of money right there. I wonder if you had the care refresh and an insurance policy on it, if you could get it fixed and get paid. Because insurance companies don't even ask you to see the drone, do they?
No.
Like you can lose it in the water and you don't even have to recover it, right?
Yeah, and or you can get it repaired and submit the bill and they pay it, pay you.
I'm just saying I'd send it in, pay the whatever amount that DJI wants, and then get that insurance policy. You'd be making out.
Wind was too high, had no choice, but had to land where I didn't want to. Oh,
That must have been some strong wind. If the Inspire couldn't handle it.
yeah.
Because you'd be talking what, like 40, 50 mile an hour gusts
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
thing wasn't.
50, maybe 60 mile an hour gusts. Laura, has it been gusty there? Real windy?
It's really windy here.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
I've seen the Air 2s handle 25, 30 mile an hour ones.
I think we have a new handle for Rob. It's Welsh Hurricane Welsh Rob.
Hey, Rob. Good afternoon.
Marshall, what's up? $35 mile an hour. I would think that the Spire 2 could handle that because I put the Air 2 up in 25, 30 mile an hour ones
Yeah.
and it handled it. I mean, it was a little tough to go through, but it was able to fly. Because during that drone meetup last year, the winds were probably at least 25 mile an hour. And I flew the air too quite 2 or 3 times that day. And I actually clipped a tree and didn't know it until about a week later when I started looking at some of the footage. Because I had a nick in my blade. I was like, where did that come from? And I started going back and looking on the footage from the drone meetup, and I actually almost went right into a tree.
Yeah.
Because all I was doing was flying around over the water right in front of where the drone meetup was. So I wasn't really looking at the screen. I was just kind of watching the drone. And I skimmed one of the trees and didn't realize it.
Hey, Marshall, how's it going, Marshall?
Oh, 60 mile an hour gust. Yeah, it's pretty strong. I wonder if some of those bigger drones can handle winds like that, like the ones that like Amazon and them want to use. But honestly, I don't think that whole drone delivery thing, I don't think that's ever going to get off the ground.
Well, the logistics for it,
It's-
it's not the air flight, it's the, how do you get it there? How do you deliver it? I would think that, if you landed it someplace, kids would come out there and throw a net over it, it'd be gone.
Well, this is my thing behind it, right? Is a drone that's going to be delivering for like Amazon, UPS, you're talking it's probably going to be at least a $20,000 to $30,000 drone, right?
Yep.
It's not going to be a cheap drone by any means.
Nope.
It's how many times does that drone have to deliver? How many $2 items, $3, $5 items does this thing have to deliver
Yep.
before it pays for itself? Because not only as it's building up that money to pay for itself, you're including maintenance, new batteries.
Right.
I mean, I just don't see it being viable because this thing isn't going to be delivering, a $30,000 car. It's going to be delivering
Right.
tampons, toilet paper, aspirin, little everyday cheap crap. Because these things can't lift that much up. You know what I'm saying? Even the big giant ones can only
Yeah.
lift so much. I just don't see it being a viable thing. I think that it's never really going to get off the ground. And just battery technology is not there yet. I mean, some of these drones are only going to be able to go one way and then they're going to be out of power.
Yep. Yep. There's so much, there's too many questions right now. I don't think technology is at the point where it's feasible, but then, I think more or less the big companies are using it as a gimmick.
I think so too. Because this is the thing too, is like a drone can deliver one item, then it's got to go back to the warehouse, pick something else up, and deliver one item. Can that really
Well,
deliver?
we don't really know. I mean, if it was viable, they'd be doing it. So obviously it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Can one drone out deliver a truck with 80 packages on it?
Yeah.
Because that truck doesn't have to go back every time it needs to pick up a package. It's going
It's
from
got
house to
200 packages on it,
Yeah.
Justin.
Well, I'm just
They
saying in
make
general.
200 deliveries
Yeah.
a
Well,
day,
what I'm-
each
well,
of
what I'm
those
s-
trucks.
Well, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter if it's 50 packages. Can that drone deliver 50 packages before that driver can? I don't think it could.
There will probably be more than one drone to a truck.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a lot of labor, it
Yeah.
just isn't feasible, because even if you're using where they showed us the truck mounted drone that takes off from a truck, that driver's got to get up, go back there, pull the package, stick it in the drone, open the top lid up, it's got to fly, then it's got to come back, it's got to land, and then he's got to repeat that process for every package.
And by that time, the driver could have delivered 15 packages by foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's
You know-
what I say. If it was viable, they'd be doing it. So
Yeah.
obviously they know something and they just haven't come out and said.
Well,
So
no,
to sit here and guess is futile.
what they're doing, Dave, is they're tantalizing the public, saying, "Ooh, look at us, we're high tech. Oh, woo, woo. You know, we've got this in the works, and then because UPS
That's what I'm saying.
because UPS is doing it, FedEx is doing it. So FedEx is doing it, then all of the other companies are going to start in on the me. You know.
Well, you know, Walmart even said that they are researching it, but they know it's a concept, like a concept item, like it's not, or an idea. They know that it's not a viable idea, but they're still researching it just to say that they did it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
even Walmart's
you know-
admitted it's not a good idea.
Well, they might be able to do it if they have like what they're doing out here, a big Amazon warehouse. They might be able to deliver within 5 or 10 miles of it or something, maybe. You know, but like the city of London, they call it the fourth city for a reason because you got so many freaking trees. Like, I don't know how they're going to deliver around all that. And like my street here, you couldn't deliver one to my house. I've got trees, hydro wires, I got everything. There's no way.
Well, like I said at the
beginning,
beginning, well, like I said before you came back, Paul, you know, how this is going to be probably a $20,000-$30,000 drone. So how many cheap everyday items does that thing have to deliver before it pays for itself?
Oh yeah,
And you're
yeah.
not including the maintenance, new batteries, all that. I mean, a
I
drone
don't
like
buy
that.
I don't buy 50-cent stuff from Amazon. I buy hundreds of dollars worth of stuff from Amazon.
Yeah, but these things can only lift so much. So I'm saying it's going to be
Well,
delivering
I'm not
small,
saying they're
cheaper
very
items.
heavy.
Yeah, but you get a place like there are different places like up in northern Ontario. There's ferries that go across rivers, but they only go across every once in a while, like I think once a day or something like that. But they need to put something on the other side quickly, you know, like medicine or something like that. Yeah, I can understand them, you know, using a drone for stuff like that. But you know, for the everyday use, nah, not gonna happen.
If they're gonna deliver, if it's a big enough drone
Yeah,
and they're gonna deliver medicine to a hospital that covers many patients, they're gonna have a landing pad. They're gonna have people out there grabbing that stuff and getting it off of there.
We'll see
They'll
the
figure it out.
the medical
they'll have-
industry. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I was just gonna say they'll have some use for it somewhere down the line. I think
well,
that's my opinion. That's only my opinion.
but like you know, you get different places, hospitals that are not too far from each other. They can, you know, send test results back and forth or blood or whatever, right? They can kind of do that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But for just everyday deliveries out of Amazon, nah, not gonna happen.
Well, see,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I think that the medical industry it would work great for only because the cost of the items that it's delivering justifies the cost of the drones and
Yeah.
the whole setup for it.
Yeah,
Well, it's not the cost; it's the profit.
yeah. But look at the
Because-
places like, you know, California or Florida or whatever. They could, you know, somebody's out way out and they start drowning. They can run a life jacket out to them in a hurry or whatever, right?
Mhm.
You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay, but no.
And even then, if the Coast Guard had birds on their ships like that, they could probably afford to lose a drone if they're going to save a life. And they can figure that into a budget. I'm just guessing. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Do you see, Rob? Another tree got my name on it with a couple of prop PMSL, whatever that means.
Should use drones to do surgery.
Yeah.
Just fly
Yeah,
over and drop your new heart in.
Yeah. No, they open you up in a hurry. Those are blades.
Yep. So anyway, that was my excitement for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have got me going.
So the camera down there had me on the camera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were
Same
watching.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But watching all the geese around you, it's a wonder they didn't fly away or something or come over and bother you.
Well, I think they're kind of hunkered down. It's cold and they're looking for something to eat, and there's not a lot left to eat down there.
Yeah. Yeah. I just had to charge up the batteries on both my drones because I'm going to Woodstock. It's like 3/4 of an hour to an hour away. And
Yeah.
I don't go up that way too often.
Well, Paul,
Going to
maybe
where?
Woodstock.
Woodstock,
Not
but it's
these-
in Ontario.
Woodstock,
Yeah.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Not-
name of like a city or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
A small
Yeah.
village. Yep. The maybe you know, Paul, does Canadian geese, do they migrate south or no?
Not lately. The reason they normally migrate if everything's froze up,
Yeah.
they'll fly south. But more and more geese are staying around now because they don't freeze up as bad as it used to, right?
Yeah, and I think also the public's throwing popcorn out and all kinds of stuff. For,
Yeah, yeah, and they're feeding them and
Feeding them.
all that kind of crap. Yeah. Well, a good portion of them still fly south, but there's some that still stay around. And the funny thing is that the ones that stay here, then they have babies, then they don't know about flying,
about
long
migrating,
trips.
yeah.
Yeah, migrating. So, they end up staying too, right? So,
Yeah, because I remember the skies in the fall, late fall, or early winter would be filled with the V-shaped formations heading south,
yeah.
and I haven't seen a formation in quite some time.
I went goose hunting one year. This is a lot of years ago, but it was froze up solid around here. And there was a spot down on the river. It was fast moving. And the geese were all heading there. We're going into it all the time. We went in there. I don't know how many geese we got, but we were done. We got our limit and we were in the water picking them up. And the geese were still coming in and landing. The wings were hitting your head as they were coming in because it was the only open water around. Oh, it's amazing. But they got so many geese. They, around here, they started oiling the eggs now so that they don't have so many geese. Yeah. They put some kind of oil on the eggs or something. So then the eggs won't mature or do something. I don't know. But anyways.
Right. So everybody in the chat, what's going on with you folks? Is everybody getting ready for a happy new year, or Laura's going to be playing game today, right?
Yep.
Today's game day, 1:00 Eastern time. You can go to Little Llama Laura, and she's going to be playing Jack in the Box or something.
That's more just a vicious attack on Rob.
Is Rob going to be back in time for that, Laura?
He said he hopefully.
Okay.
If not, we're still going to pick on him.
Rob said, need to attach chainsaws to a drone to stop hitting trees. There you go. Just remove the thread altogether.
He's always hitting the trees.
It's trees and power lines, man. Those are our arch nemesis right there.
Hello, Mika Steve.
Hey, Mika Steve.
What's up, Steve? Power lines are about the worst ones because it don't matter how good your sensors are. Man, those drones never pick those up in time.
No, a lot of videos out there of people skimming underneath the wires and yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which drone it is, it never picks up those power lines.
Especially the smaller power lines going from the house to a pole or whatever, you know.
Hmm. And a lot of times you don't see them in time, man. You don't see them until you're about 5 feet from them. By that time, it's hard to react.
Hey, Laura, Rob says, I think it's to your live stream. He says it's called crashing and bashing.
Oh my God.
Rob's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
So, Dave, is today the day you get your home service?
Yeah.
Okay, what time?
Yeah. This morning I'm gonna have to get off here pretty quick.
Okay.
I need to get ready and take medicine.
Yeah, because I know that you said that you finally got it straightened out, and they're supposed to be back there this week. And I thought you said it was Tuesday. So
Yeah, I got one coming today and one coming on Thursday.
oh, there you go. Well, good.
Well,
Hopefully they'll work out for you, Dave.
yeah, I'm hoping to. They're working hard to keeping people. They don't pay anybody anything. There's no benefits. It's nothing.
I had to put myself on mute. Somebody dared across the street to walk down the sidewalk with a couple of dogs. So
Oh, they got their nerve, eh?
that's right. Oh, Mia just over here, just a growl.
Just reading an article here that Omicron virus is hit in the States, is hitting young kids like harder than the adults. Huh? But yet down there in the States, they're reducing the isolation period from 10 days down to 5. And Ontario here says, oh no, you got to do 10 days and all that. But they're trying to find out if they're going to do anything here about schools, because was it next week schools go back?
Like I said, nothing down here, nothing makes sense about this whole thing because, like I said, in Florida, we have one of the lowest cases in the country. Amount of cases, we have no lockdowns. The kids don't have to wear masks at school.
Yeah.
Doctors' offices have pretty much given up on enforcing it.
Yeah.
So but yet we still have the lowest number of cases in the country. So it's like it doesn't make any sense of why the extreme lockdown states are having worse issues than us.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it has to do with some places are inflating their numbers worse than they actually are.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the governor here, he went through a lot of they investigated a lot of the so-called COVID deaths and found a lot of hospitals and stuff were lying. Person was infected with COVID but died in a car crash, and they contributed it to COVID instead of the car crash.
Well, see, the big thing down in the States there was that everybody that died, they died of COVID because the hospitals got more money from the government.
Yeah, because this is the thing is like exactly right. The hospitals were guaranteed $13,000 to $15,000 per COVID death that was getting paid directly from the government. But if you died from a car crash and didn't have insurance, they weren't guaranteed they would ever get paid for that.
Yeah, but I've seen a couple of things. And one of them was not too far from here. Is that this lady there, her father passed away he had a heart attack, but they say he died from COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's trying to get that erased away, right?
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of states are inflating their numbers to make it
Yeah.
sound worse than it is.
Yeah.
And like I said, Florida went back through the numbers and found that a good 40% of the so-called COVID deaths weren't even actual COVID deaths.
And I see old Biden in the States there now says, oh, this COVID stuff, that's the state's problem. It's not a federal problem. He's now
He needs to leave it to the states. Let them make their own decisions.
yeah.
Because our governor already told them to piss off a couple times.
Oh yeah.
And they've already passed legislation here in Florida through the state house saying that, you can't ask for vaccines. You can't ask for this. You can't force somebody to do this. Because our governor understands that he works for the people, not the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, that's one of the reasons why everybody's hold on a sec.
So Paul, you must be getting pretty good at putting on the PPE outfit, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just routine now for me. Yeah, I'm gonna leave in a little bit. I'm gonna go see Bonnie for a couple hours, anyways, and then from there I'm gonna head right to Woodstock. So
Yeah. Well, Woodstock, that's a little bit of a hike, isn't it?
yeah, almost an hour. It's a removal too, so the sign's been up for a while. So, and then I had a repair in Tillsburg, so I'll probably just drop down from Woodstock right down 19 by Ingersoll and take it right down into Tillsburg on the way back, then come across number 3 back into St. Thomas. But now I got one in Glencoe to remove too, and it's a good hour the opposite direction. But I told her I wasn't going there till tomorrow at least. So just a removal, not a big rush. So
The yeah, it just now how's the weather looking over there, Paul? Is it are you going to get the bad weather too, or?
well, I don't know. I was kind of looking at UAV forecast, but today though, like the winds are going to drop off. Like they're a little bit breezy right now, not bad, but just let me bring this up here. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought the next 3 days would be good, but it's going to get a little windy tomorrow afternoon. But well, they're calling for 44% chance of precipitation to around 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. So I can fly this morning, no problem.
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday looks really good. Thursday's looking really good. There's no precipitation at all. So
Mike
wow,
said,
that's coming up, is it?
Yeah, that's coming up our way, this way.
Okay, cool. I better go to the weather channel here, weather network. Yeah. Tomorrow, cloudy or sunny breaks. Supposed to be
Paul, did
39
you,
degrees, only 30% chance Wednesday, 40% chance Thursday, and only 30% on Fridays. Saturday, they're calling for 80% chance of rain. And today, mainly sunny, cloudy periods in the morning with light snow developing in the afternoon. So,
Paul, did you see what Mike put in the chat
uh,
about Woodstock?
okay, when at Woodstock, don't take the brown acid. Yeah.
I never
Yeah,
ran,
it's not.
I never ran into that when I went to Woodstock.
Yeah.
There was a lot of craziness though.
Oh yeah. Can't say I've been to that Woodstock because that's what in Pennsylvania or something or New York.
My grandma still had 2 ticket stubs from it in a like framed in a frame
Oh yeah.
that she had up on her wall. I don't know what happened to him after she died, but
Huh.
yeah, she had both her ticket stubs from that
Hmm.
when she went.
Well, I guess that stuff is coming right at us, Paul.
Yeah, it is.
Huh, is that the weather forecast not showing that? Well, it said might get a half an inch, but later on tonight, but that's it. Huh? But it looks like to me it's mostly going to be rain. Unless
JD
it-
said, Murray, you went to Woodstock?
Yeah. That was back when I was a junior in high school. A bunch of us
Good.
got together and
Young and whatever.
went over there. Yep.
Can you just see Paul, long hair, just
Yeah.
What was
bell
that haircut?
bottoms and a guitar?
Yeah.
The you know, it was miles and miles of craziness. I tell you what, it was a free for all. I mean,
Yeah.
it was called the Summer of Love for a reason.
That was back when people were hitchhiking across the country, just
Yep.
doing whatever they wanted.
Exactly. Yep. Woodstock, New York. Yep.
Yeah, if I could pick a time period to go back into, it would definitely be around that time period.
It was 1969, summer of 69, August. I think it was like the middle of August. And it was on the guy's dairy farm in Bethel, New York. It was I think it was southwest of the actual village of Woodstock, New York.
I wonder if they have anything built there, like as a memory to it or anything.
That is a good question. I don't know.
I wonder if they got like a little museum or something there now.
But see, that generation though is you know, they're dying off.
Yeah, but in history though, that's got to be the most famous concert. Like, I would have to say, even kids these days, you say Woodstock and they have a general idea of what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it lasted 3 days. I'm looking it up now. It was 3 days. You know, but the days blended in.
Again, you stay away from the brown acid. 3 days goes by pretty quick.
Yeah. And the thing of it is that I found kind of funny was, you know, it's the lingo of the period. You know, they use it now kind of in jest, like, hey dude, or hey man, what's going on, man? You know, it's like that was going on all the time. You know, because there was everybody was flying at their own level. You know. Yeah, people running around half naked and oh yeah, dancing.
Mhm. You know, because there's just certain things and certain people, and it doesn't matter, I guess, how long time goes by, they're just always remembered.
Yep.
You know, like you could even
Yeah,
ask a kid,
yeah.
you could say Elvis Presley to a 10-year-old these days, and they probably have heard of him.
Oh, well, or Ed Sullivan.
Right.
A lot of people don't know who Ed Sullivan was. Ed Sullivan introduced a lot of the major acts around the world. They all wanted to be on the Ed Sullivan show on Sunday night.
Has you ever heard that old saying that you actually die twice? You know, of course you die, but then you die permanently when you're the last person that knows you speaks your name.
Right.
But see, you get into a certain status in history and you're just always remembered. Just like Michael Jackson, and his name will probably be around for his name will be remembered forever. I mean, there's certain people that have made it to a certain level of status.
Yep, there are, and it's just a cycle.
Mhm.
what's hot, what's not, you know? Because you could be on top 1 minute and down the next.
Right.
Yep, that's right, JD. A really big shoe.
Yeah, really big shoe.
But it was good. It was a good time. You know, we didn't worry. You know, back in those days, if you got caught with beer and you were underage, the cops just made you pour it out and told you get your ass home. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes I think that's why things seem a little bit worse these days than when like you guys were my age, only because there was a lot of stuff back then that was kind of swept under the rug, wasn't
Right.
really enforced.
Yeah.
Where today they're a lot more strict on things, you know, like if you get back then, you know, my dad used to tell me back when he was teenagers, you know, you could almost get pulled over driving drunk and they would just take you home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they wouldn't arrest you and throw you in jail and you lose your license for 2 years like they do
Well,
now.
you know, you weren't afraid as much of the police as you were afraid of your parents.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I remember my uncle and because I had a cousin the same age, and my uncle telling his son, just remember who you represent in the community. You know, what you do reflects on all of us.
Mhm.
But I don't think anybody gets that anymore. You know, with TikTok and flip flop and all those other
Flip flop.
Right, Laura?
What was that?
I said TikTok, and flip flop and all those other servers. I think that it really has made an impact on society, especially the younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always on TikTok.
Yeah.
I see Bill from Newfound Drone Productions. He just opened a channel up on TikTok.
Did he?
Yeah, I seen he said it on Facebook. So yeah.
Well, let's face it, we're in a big transition as far as the way societies ran and all that with technology over the past 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different world than when you guys grew up, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
definitely.
and that's why, you know, and don't take offense to this, but I hear a lot of people your age will be like, oh, kids spend too much time on the computers and stuff like that, which I don't agree with that, because unfortunately that's the world they're growing up in, and they need so much screen time to understand how that part of the world works.
Well, the downside of screen time is and I see it all the time, especially down on the water. There'll be a group of kids walking out together, their iPhones in front of them, and they're communicating to the person next to them who's communicating to the person next to them. They never look up. It's like they're so involved. It's like a personal video game.
I know this is any good. DJI Mavic Pro, not the Mavic 2 Pro, but
Yeah, that's
$500. But 3 batteries in a charger, drone, remote landing pad, case, extra blades.
it's probably about right.
Yeah.
I've never had a Pro, but I know a lot of people that I know that's had them said they did not like the camera on it.
What I didn't like about the Pro was it had zoom, but it had mechanical zoom. So in other words, you used to click the button and it would step in, and it would step in. You know,
Oh,
it wasn't a smooth zoom process.
Right.
At the time, it was like, oh my gosh, this will zoom in.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I've probably seen that drone fly because that's just right there by my sister's place. And I've seen a guy down there post some pictures from down there, so it's got to be him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most of what I've heard about that drone is, like I said, it's just people complaining that like the camera was kind of finicky on it.
Well, the
Yeah.
camera was not it wasn't only if it wasn't only finicky, you knew it was kind of like playing hockey without wearing a cup, because it just dangled there. In other words, you moved it and it moved, and it just
Yeah.
it was, if you had a hard landing, you're liable to screw the camera and the gimbal up.
Hmm. Newfound said I had a Pro and I didn't like the camera at the time, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time. LOL.
Yeah, because that was the first OcuSync, and it flew great. It did everything you wanted to do. I don't think it was a good beginner drone because of how vulnerable the camera and the gimbal were. But as a step up, from just straight Wi-Fi, yeah, it was good.
See, I almost bought the Pro and then I decided to go with the Air 2. Like I was looking at the Pro at first, that and the Zoom, and then I just decided to go with the Air 2 because it was a little newer,
Yeah.
more up to date.
Oh yeah, the Air 2 is right now the premier drone for the average person. Is it a commercial drone? No, but who was it? Drone Captain or Captain Drone or whatever. He just did a video of the $5,000
The Cine version.
Yep, the Cine version of the 3, and he was not impressed at all. And he does professional stuff on the side. He says, the camera's not as good as the Air 2. Yes, it gives you more options, but it also takes away the automation. So you can spend half your time trying to figure out what settings for whatever. And so he was kind of a toss-up. He says, yeah, it was nice for some things, but it wasn't as good as other things. So it just depends upon what you're flying and what you're doing.
Well, I mean, like Jim and Dre, neither one of them were impressed with any of the specs on that thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like we've said before, it's almost like DJI has hit a plateau of
Right.
what they can put in a camera or a drone that size.
Right.
It's like there's nothing really more they can do except for maybe change up the body look, put
Right.
different sensors on, put a little bit better sensors. But there's not much of an upgrade. And the thing that really was stupid that I thought the Mavic 3 where they really failed at is why didn't they make it 6 or 8K like the Alltales?
Yeah.
They literally made it the same 5K as the Air 2S.
Yeah.
It should have been a minimum 6K, if not 8K.
Well, but the thing of it is 6K, 8K, who's using it? You got to be
What
a
I'm
professional.
saying.
You got to be a professional, and you got to have some serious editing software and equipment to mess with 6K and 8K video.
But the price and what they were pushing it, like that's where the level it should have been on. I
Yeah,
think
but
for what they were trying to make the drone
I
be.
understand what you're saying, Justin, but the average person that they have to sell to never is going to benefit from 6 or 8K ever.
Right, but look how many people will buy it just thinking they're getting a better product though, or thinking that they're going to do something with it. Like there's a lot of people that bought the Alltales because they were 6 and 8K, but they don't ever really use that. But they're not disappointed with it. They just never really use it.
When they go to sell those, it's not going to be a selling point as a used drone. It's going to be a selling point of overall how people look at the Autel product, the DJI product, and all the others are just going to be, because how many people actually dive in to look at the specs on the drones?
Mm,
A few, and
Yeah.
they do a good job, but they just want to. I would say 85 or 90% of the people out there that are flying drones just want a stable platform. They want to have a decent video, decent photos, be able to do what they want to do, and The other thing too is to have zoom on it. Now, that's just my opinion, but that's what I think.
Newfound said, I want to truly see a mini Inspire. I do too.
Yeah.
I think that would be freaking the coolest thing ever. You do a mini mini Inspire around $1,000. I think it would be a good price point. Around
Well, I
1,000 to
think
1,500, somewhere in there.
Mini Inspire, like you say, it'd be the higher end. I think $1,200 or $1,300 is probably going to be full retail, and they'll sell it.
Yeah, somewhere between like 1,000, 1,500, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
If you were to do like a little bit of smaller version of like an X7 or X9 camera, try
Well,
to like
and that's
miniaturize it a little bit.
That's the thing that I don't understand, Justin, is DJI came out with swappable cameras, on them, and why they haven't followed through with being able just to have a little knuckle. You just take the camera, put out whatever camera you want on the smaller drone. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, see, that was the biggest complaint with the Mavic 3. People were expecting that.
Yep.
They were expecting to be able to either switch out lenses or switch out cameras, and you can't do either one.
Can't do it. And I don't understand why they didn't follow through with that. But then again, maybe the camera hasn't camera tech maybe hasn't followed suit with the rest of the tech you're using on the newer drones. I don't know.
Well, I think some of it has to do with either they've hit a plateau or DJI is at the point where they own so much of the market that they're just really not listening to people because they don't have to, because every time they put out a drone, it really doesn't matter how good it is. People are going to still buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they had really good competition, like I said, if Alltel was to get their production ramped up like crazy and really put a dent in the side of DJI, it would force DJI to listen to their customers more.
Right.
And take the feedback. That's why I said if they took all the feedback that they've gotten from FPV pilots, GPS pilots on the FPV drone, the second generation should be absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But that's whether they've taken all that feedback and actually listened to it. And I think DJI doesn't really listen too much because they don't really have to, because they don't have any huge competitors to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They can put out whatever specs they want. People are going to buy it. So, and look at the resale value. That's like you guys were talking yesterday about people buying cheap drones instead of buying a DJI. You should go out and buy a DJI, because if you decide you don't like the hobby, guess what? That drone has a hell of a resale value.
It has a resale just because of those three letters. It has
right. And you can go from being out $1,000 to being out maybe $150, $200 if you have to go and resell it,
Yeah.
Where if you buy a $250 drone off Amazon, a no-name drone, nobody's going to pay you $200 for that $250 drone. You're going to be lucky if you get $25 for it.
Right.
Because nobody wants to buy a cheap, crappy drone that's used off of somebody, especially for almost what you paid for it.
No, exactly.
But I could take a mini too. I paid $600 for, and somebody will easily give me $450, $500 for it.
Yep. Yep, it is. It is something. It's just a fact of life.
And to think that learning on a cheaper drone is somehow better, I find that laughable.
Well, you give up price for stability in performance, so you've got to judge what kind of performance level you want to be at that is controlled by the drone itself. Where, I laugh at, I see guys go out buy, $60, $70, $80 drones and then don't know why it doesn't fly like a DJI. Well,
exactly. I made the mistake one time. I bought a $250 Potenza D58 off Amazon. That was the first and only cheap drone I ever bought. I went straight to the Mini One after that.
Yep.
And I never looked back, because I was looking at my footage. I uploaded like 3 or 4 videos from it. And I was like, man, I've seen better drone footage. I was like, these drones freaking suck.
Yes.
I was like, this footage sucks. It's all bouncy and out of focus. And then I started looking online. I didn't know what DJI was at the time. And I started seeing footage from the mini ones and the Pro 2s and all that. And I was like, holy crap, this looks amazing.
Yep.
And I went out and bought a mini one. I was like, I'm never going to get a good channel if I don't start getting some good video. So I immediately went out and purchased a mini one, and it just took off from there.
Yeah.
But-
Hanging with JD said instead of getting a cheap drone, get DJI with care refresh.
Well, that's the thing, though, is like if I put somebody that's never flown a drone on my Air 2, put it with the sensors on, they're going to have way less of a chance of crashing that drone than they would a cheap one. And not to mention, when you buy a DJI drone, you get to learn more about all the high-end specs that good drones have.
Right.
Sensors, all that stuff, camera settings and video editing. I mean, you learn a lot more. And like I said, if you decide you don't want to get into the hobby, you can get rid of the drone and not lose too much money.
Yeah.
Feel like you got screwed out of a bunch of money. Because like I tried to sell that $250 drone I had, nobody wanted it. I ended up just giving it away to somebody.
Yeah.
I put everything in the case one day. I took it to work. I asked some young kid, I said, you want this? So that I knew that I was friends with, and I just gave him the whole thing. So take it.
Yeah. Do what you want. So Paul, you're gonna go see Bonnie today?
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go here in a little bit, but waiting for my battery to charge up. They're all up to the.
Okay.
They're still charging all 4 batteries, so I want to take them with me, the drones, when I go, because I'm gonna go right from where I see Bonnie, and I'm gonna go right out to Woodstock and stuff. So
Yeah. Now, yeah. Are you gonna fly when you go out or no?
well, I think so. I just want to kind of take a look around Google Map. They got a couple of rail yards up around Woodstock. I might go up there. Just something different, right? Because I don't go to Woodstock very often. Anytime I fly around here, I've done it so many times, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just gonna pull up here, go to Google Maps, trying to think what's all around Woodstock.
I like how they said you could get in trouble down here for going over top of the train. Like you can do a follow me and follow it, but they don't want you flying over. And I'm like, what is that drone going to do to a freaking locomotive? That thing wouldn't even hear that thing if it hit it. I think it's going to knock the train off the tracks if it sideswipes it.
Yeah, exactly.
What the?
But the only reason I like that is because it's, it falls under infrastructure and that's national security and all that crap. But they don't care. From what I've been told, the FAA doesn't care if we like follow the train and film it. They just don't want us to be right over top of it.
Right.
Like I said, I don't see what the big deal is. Like it ain't going to do anything to that train.
Yeah.
I don't care what it hits on it.
That's the same way with ships,
They don't want you flying over top of them, but you can hover around them and all that.
Yeah. You can circle and you can document, but I've seen some guys that fly right over top of it or hover in front of the bridge while they're trying to navigate, all that kind of stuff.
Now, see, I could see an issue with that because, if you're distracting a captain while he's trying to do the boat and runs into something or something like that.
Yep. 100% correct.
But a train, man, that thing's just on a track. It ain't going it ain't deviating off of its course.
Well, I've seen some guys with FPV drones on a moving train. Sometimes the box cars, the doors will be open. They'll fly through there and do a power loop while it's moving.
Oh, hell no.
It's like, okay. I think I saw it on Flip Flop
Like I say, yeah, and if that drone falls into that boxcar, you ain't getting it back.
No. Do. Go and try it. Explain that to the railroad cops, you know?
Oh yeah, the railroad cops, man, they are some.
Yep.
They don't play around.
Nope.
I've had a few people that I know run into those guys, and
Yep.
they're
They're on the same level
yeah, they're federal.
as a federal police officer. Yep.
And they don't tend to have the best moods neither.
No.
Well, a couple of friends I had run into them, they said that they were asses.
Yep. Yep.
I guess just sitting out next to a rail yard all day is probably pretty boring. So they get some action.
Exactly.
I'm actually
Well,
gonna.
gang, I think I'm going to call it. We're down to 10 people watching. We've been on for an hour and a half. And little Lama Laura's got to get ready for her show coming up.
What time is it? You go on at 2 on our time, right, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 p.m. my time.
And it's getting close to what is middle of the afternoon there, Laura?
Nearly 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay. Well, you get a chance to get a nap in.
I've got editing to do.
What's that?
I've got editing to do.
Oh, editing. Okay. So anyway, I think everybody in the chat, thanks for coming in. We'll see everybody again next time. Paul, you have a good flight, and we'll see you maybe later today.
All right, guys.
You're on mute, Paul.
Yeah, just looking to see where the rail yard here is in Woodstock. So
you're going to go see Bonnie this afternoon, are you?
no, this morning.
Okay.
As soon as the batteries are done charged, I'm going to run out the door. But right after I see her, I'm going to go to Woodstock.
Okay.
But my sister's going there later on this afternoon, right? So
you're going to be around this evening, are you?
oh yeah, I should be around this afternoon, this evening or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming in, Mike.
See you guys later.
Bill and everybody. We'll see all of you again next time.
Bye, guys. See you all later, eh?
Laura, we'll see you at 2 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes.
Okay.